What's up, YouTube? It's Onion Bomb here on Ascent Sports, and welcome back to my NFL game predictions. This week, we're moving on to week 17, and it's the last week of the NFL this season. Man, you know, it always kind of feels like it flies, but if you think, even though it's week to week, 17 isn't a huge number. Only 17 weeks, but yeah. Unless I hit something really good this week, I think I've failed once again to have the perfect, flawless predicting week. And with all the possible benching, I highly doubt I'm actually going to be able to do so. But you never know. We'll have to see. Yeah, it's always hard to predict. Before we get in and predict the final week of the regular season, let's go back real quick and recap what happened in week 16. I went 9-7, and so did the Bull. We both went 9-7. However, we didn't agree on everything. We didn't have the same predictions. The Texans beat the Buccaneers by a little bit of a slimmer margin than I thought it would be. I got that right, but the Bull got that wrong. Patriots beat the Bills. That was a pretty, close game as I thought it would be. And a lot of other people did too. Me and the Bull both got that one right. The 49ers beat the Rams. I got that right, but the Bull got that wrong. The Jets beat the Steelers. Very disappointed in that one. Me and the Bull both got that one wrong. The Saints beat the Titans. That game was looking spooky at first. Me and the Bull both got that one right, but we could have both got that one wrong very easily. The Colts beat the Panthers. I actually destroyed them. I got that wrong, but the Bull got that one right. The Dolphins beat the Bengals. That was closer than I thought. I was actually regretting that prediction because I thought, you know what, Dolphins seem like they got that one. So, I don't know. I mean, it's whatever. Me and the Bull both got that one wrong. We both had the Bengals, but yeah, if that one was kind of, I kind of wish I could have taken that one back, but oh well. Ravens beat the Browns. Me and the Bull both got that one right. The Falcons beat the Jaguars. I got that one right, but the Bull got that one wrong. The Giants, I think like 4 times this year, I mixed up the Jets and the Giants. I went to say one, and I said the other. I don't know what's wrong with me. I know they're kind of similar in name, I guess. They're both from the same state. So I don't know. I don't know why I keep doing that, but the Giants beat the Redskins. Me and the Bull both got that one right. The Broncos beat the Lions. Me and the Bull both got that one right. The Raiders beat the Chargers. The Bull got that one right. I got that one wrong. The Cardinals beat the Seahawks. Big upset there. I'm surprised the Seahawks let that one happen with so much to play. Yet I was surprised the Steelers let their upset happen. When they had so much to play for as well. But me and the Bull both got that one wrong. I don't know how you predicted that one. Eagles beat the Cowboys. The Bull got that one right, but I got that one wrong. The Chiefs beat the Bears. I got that one right, and so did the Bull. And the Packers beat the Vikings. Me and the Bull both got that one wrong. And that should have ended up as 9-7. So that is how we went down in week 16. Let's see what the final week of predicting is going to look like. And by the way, I am now 150-89, and the Bull is 130-108. And of course the 1, because the Lions and Cardinals had to mess everything up by tying in week 1. The good news is, I think, unless I really, really, really flop this week, I should be under 100 predictions incorrect. So that is going to be cool. But hey, I got to make the picks, and I still can't flop. That's still not a guarantee. Alright, first up, getting right into the Sunday 1 o'clock games. There's no Thursday night football because it was... Oh yeah, it's Christmas week. Merry Christmas. I kind of forgot because it's kind of weird for the NFL this year. There were no games, and it kind of worked out. No one really had to play on Christmas, but it's just kind of kind of weird. But anyway, first game, Packers and Lions. I'm going with the Packers here. I'm going with the Packers. I think they could definitely beat a team like the Lions. Lions are just not that good. Divisional rivalry. Lions are at home, but I think the Packers are going to be able to get it done. And there's still a lot to play for in the NFC. Like, the playoff teams are pretty much in lockdown. I think only, like, if the Eagles lose and the Cowboys win, I think the Cowboys get over the Eagles. But as long as the Eagles win, they should be in the playoffs. But number one seeding, all that, I think that gives like everyone something to play for, and the Packers could definitely secure that up, or at least like get it with a win. So a win's important to them. I'm going with the Packers. The Bulls going to agree with me. At least I think so. This is a very tricky week, so remember, if I get anything wrong, I apologize. I always know everything that's going on. I just, my team's the Pittsburgh Steelers, so I know a lot of the stuff that's happening about them and what affects them, but anything else, like, I might be a bit slippy on, especially in the NFC. So I apologize for that, but I believe I'm right here, and even if I'm not, I think the Packers aren't benching. Even if they are like, the Lions are pretty injured. At least they still don't have Matthew Stafford, so I think they'll be able to get that out regardless. So I'm sticking with the Packers, and so is the Bull. Alright, next up we have the Jets at the Bills. I don't know if the Bills have anything else to play for. They might. I don't know about them benching, but I'm going with the Bills anyhow. I think I'm going. And they're a playoff team. Jets. Even though they got a big win over the Steelers, they're still not the best team. I don't know. Maybe. I think the only way they could have won their division was if they beat New England last time. So they might bench. So I might be getting this one wrong, but I'm going with the Bills. I'm sticking to it. It is their home field. The Bulls are actually going to agree with me, so maybe we'll both get that right or wrong. I don't know. But yeah, I think the Bills will get that one. If they don't bench, definitely. If they do bench, I still think they'll pull it out, but we'll have to see. Alright, next up we have the Dolphins at the Patriots. I'm going with the Patriots. I think the Patriots could get better seeding. Not only that, but they're the Patriots going up against the Dolphins. I'm pretty sure Bill Belichick can get a win with their with their backups. Bulls going to agree with me and take the Patriots. So I definitely in Foxborough. Yeah, they're definitely going with the Patriots here, regardless of anything. I think they're going to win, benching or not. Alright, next up we have the Bears at the Vikings. Vikings, I believe, are a solidified wild card team. I don't know if they can move up or if they can move down. I don't know, but I'm going with the Vikings because in case they need a play for something, they're probably going to beat the Bears. I don't know. The Bulls actually going to disagree with me on this one. Is going to take the Bears. This might be the smarter pick. I didn't hear anything about them benching, so I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with the Vikings. I think they'll pull this one out regardless. But we'll have to see. Just sometimes benching is concerning. Alright, next up we have the Chargers at the Chiefs. And I'm going with the Chiefs. They're in the bunch that can get better seeding. Plus, they're the better team. Chargers have nothing else to play for. Chiefs do. Chiefs are at home. One of the harder places to play. A lot of the signs are pointing to the Chiefs. And me and the Bull both agree that the Chiefs will beat the Chargers. and it just seems to make the most sense. Maybe the Chargers are finally gonna get something going and beat a good team, but hey, you never know. But I think the Chiefs are definitely gonna win this one. So does the Bull. Alright, next up we have a game that pretty much means nothing here. We have the Browns at the Bengals. And honestly, they're just playing to finish the season. Bengals have tanked this far. Browns have already been disappointed. I'm going with the Browns, better team. They're probably gonna play for at least something. Maybe a pride win to get 7-9. But yeah, just hoping to get a new coach. Really, I don't think they're not that like bad to get like a really good draft pick like the Bengals are. But they don't need a draft pick really because they have a decent roster, at least I think so. It's really just they need to find a better coach. Like Freddie Kitchens just needs to go. But the Bulls actually gonna take the Bengals, and I think the Bengals is gonna sting their rival one more time before the season ends. Hey, maybe I don't see that happening. I think the Browns are gonna win. And yeah, we'll have to see what happens there. All right, next up we have the Saints at the Panthers, and I am going with the Saints. They're in contention for the first round bye. So I don't think they're gonna let the Panthers spoil them for it. Panthers really have no one but Christian McCaffrey, so I don't think they're gonna do anything too good. I think the Saints are gonna definitely win and do what they can to get the best seeding they can. I'm going to go with the Saints. Bulls can agree with me. The Panthers are the ones at home, but in most cases, I don't think that's going to matter. And I think the Saints are going to win. So does the Bulls. Alright, next up we have the Falcons at the Buccaneers. Both of these teams are like bad, but they start to turn up at the end when it's too late. It's kind of funny. I don't know. I'm going with the Falcons. I have more faith in the Falcons in this one. I don't know. This one really could go either way. I think the Buccaneers already got the Falcons once this year, if I'm correct. I don't know. I forget, but I'm going with the Falcons. The Bulls kind of disagree with me and go with the home team in the Buccaneers. Honestly, it depends on how many picks Jameis Winston throws. It depends who shows up, who's going to play. Both of these teams don't have playoffs to play for. It's literally just pride. They're not necessarily tanking. They're just both just not the best teams. Buccaneers are actually better record-wise at 7-8. I think Falcons are going to win and finish both of these teams off at 7-9. But we'll have to see. Buccaneers are, like I said, necessarily the better team, but I think Falcons are going to get this one. But Bull is going with the Buccaneers. Alright, next up we have the Colts at the Jaguars. I'm going with the Colts. I think they're the better team. Nothing really to play for, but they should both play at full force. I think the better team's gonna win this one in the Colts, and the Bull is going to agree with me. That's gonna finish the Colts off at 8-8. But Jaguars, 5-11 for the second year in a row. That probably gonna hurt. They lost Ramsey. Nick Foles didn't work out. Gardner Minshew, even though he's fine. Gardner Minshew reminds me of Devlin Hodges from Steelers. He's fun. He's easy to root for, but he's just not a franchise guy. He's not someone they can stick with, and that's exactly how I feel about Devlin Hodges. In fact, I bought a whole duck mask for him just because he's like that fun to like root for him. But he has to go duck. But yeah, it doesn't look like that's working out. Not that I thought he was gonna be anything long term, but like I wish he like stayed where he was. But anyway, I'm getting into the Steelers, and that game's not up yet. So just real quickly again, I'm picking the Colts to beat the Jaguars, and so is the Bull. Alright, next up, we have the Giants at the Eagles. I'm going with the Eagles to beat the Giants. This is playoffs on the line, literally, potentially. I don't think the Giants are going to be able to stop the Eagles, and the Eagles are going to lose to the Giants. I know the Eagles might be injured or whatever, but they beat the Cowboys. I really don't think the Eagles are going to stop it. I think they're going to beat the Giants, and they're going to get in the playoffs. I thought the Cowboys were going to be all this whole season, but it looks like they're not. And maybe this is just what the Cowboys need, because they need something as a wake up call to fire Jason Garrett, or just some kind of excuse, because it seems like that's hard for them to do. But the Bulls actually going to disagree with me and go with the Giants. Okay, maybe it's secretly a Cowboys fan. Maybe it's rooting for the Cowboys. I don't know. I don't see anything. Maybe there's an upset here, but I really think the Eagles are going to win this game, especially when they can control their own destiny against a team that has 4 wins on the year. But yeah, Cowboys disappointing. Man, I don't know. I think their rosters are good, so I think it's a lot of coaching. I think it's coaching. They need to move on from Jason Garrett. I don't know. I think the Eagles are getting in, but the Bulls does hope and says the Giants might lose. We'll see if it picks the Cowboys in the game with the Cowboys. All right, next up we have the Rams at the Cardinals. I'm going with the Rams. They're I think the slightly better team. They might be a bit fired up that they got. They lost. They didn't get a playoff berth. After they literally went to the Super Bowl, even though they underperformed in the Super Bowl and kind of got on in a blown call. Yeah, disappointing for the Rams. Definitely. Cardinals, they might have something in the future. I don't know. That division is going to look scary because, Seahawks and 49ers are good. The Rams could get back to how they once were, although it's not. It's looking like it could go downhill real fast for them. And the Cardinals look like they can be improved here soon. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm going with the Rams, though. I think they'll be able to win this. The Bulls going to agree with me. Pick the Rams over the Cardinals. I'm just feeling them more in this matchup. I think. I just think it's gonna happen. The better team's gonna win this one. The better team at home, and we actually have entered the 425 games all the way back since Jaguars and Colts. So sorry about that. I forgot to say that again. But let's move in to the next one, which is my game for my team. Very important. We have the Steelers. The Steelers at the Ravens. Oh, if this was in the regular season, or I apologize, it is in the regular season, but if this wasn't week 17, I'd definitely pick the Ravens without a doubt, without a hesitation. But since it's Week 17, John Harbaugh announced that he is going to be benching pretty much every player that matters, or a lot of the players that matter. I'm going with the Steelers. I know this team, it's going to look bad at first, but they'll get it back. It's going to start slow. Defense, Steelers is going to step up. Offense is going to be lackluster. He's going to find himself, and they will squeeze this W out. Ravens have locked up everything. Steelers can go to the playoffs, possibly, and they can't lose. If they have to win, and they have to have the Titans lose. I think they'll at least do their part in winning here. The Bulls going to agree with me. Have the Steelers as well. I think the Steelers will win this game against the Ravens backups. They played close starting, honestly. It was in the beginning of the year, I know, but it was still pretty close. I would have been interested in this game later in the year. I think the Ravens were one, but now that we're going to see RG3, this is actually the second time Steelers are seeing RG3 week 17. They did this a couple years ago against the Browns, the 1-15 Browns. So yeah, I'm going with the Steelers. I think they'll get their part done, like they did last year, and the Bulls going to agree with me. Now, the next biggest influencer for the Steelers. It's the Titans at the Texans. Now, I do believe the Texans are in that mix where they could have a better seeding. Possibly. Yes, they're with the Chiefs, I think. Because I saw somewhere where they're not benching. Or someone told me they're not benching. So yeah, if the Chiefs win, they'll be 12-4. If the Chiefs win and Patriots lose, they'll both be 12-4. If the Chiefs lose and the Texans win, they'll both be 11-5. I believe that effect. Like if the Texans win and they'll be the better seed, and the Chiefs lose, they'll be the better seeding. I mean, it's a fat chance the Patriots are gonna lose to the freaking Dolphins. And I don't think the Chiefs are gonna lose to the Chargers either. But I think these teams are at least being hypothetical. I think they have the Texans. Okay. Ooh, this is... Part of me wants to pick the Titans. I feel like this is gonna play out exactly like last year almost. And I'm gonna, the Steelers are gonna finish their game, win, and they're gonna all be staring at the Jumbotron and seeing the Titans beat the Texans. Oh, that would be a heartbreaker and a half. I could definitely see either team winning this. Even though the Titans have more to play for too, they have a whole spot. The Texans just have maybe they are benching. I don't know, guys. Maybe this is my Steelers bias showing, wishful thing. I'm going with the Texans. I don't know. They are at home. I'm going with the Texans. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too biased here, but I think the Texans are the better overall team, and they're going head to head. If the Texans truly aren't benching, I think the Texans will win. If the Texans do bench, or maybe they don't play as good, I don't know. I'm going with the Texans. The Bulls actually gonna disagree with me and go with the Titans. The Bull does not have the Steelers in the playoffs. Titans win, they're in. Steelers win, they need a Titans loss. Oh, and then we have the Raiders who need miracles and a win, but yeah, we're not talking about that. Well, actually, not miracles. It's actually I don't think it's actually that hard for them to get in. It kind of is hard, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I try to be as not narrow-minded. I think that's it. I try to be as non-biased as possible. I try to really predict, but it's hard when I want to really predict something that benefits the Steelers, and I feel like it feels like I'm being biased. But then, like, I don't want me, not being biased, like, make me biased. I know that sounds weird, but if I'm trying to be biased, trying not to be biased, just for the sake of not being biased, then that's almost like reverse bias. Like that's like biasing me. That's just as bad as being biased. I know that's very confusing. I hope you guys know what I mean. But yeah, it's another way of being biased. It's just, when you're purposely trying, not going against yourself because you're not being biased. I don't know. I'm way over explaining this. At the end of the day, I have the Texans winning, even sweeping the Titans. The Bull is going to disagree with me. Alright, next up, we have the Raiders at the Broncos. I'm actually going with the Broncos. A little bit of an last minute upset here. Or not last minute, I guess last upset here. I guess so. Texans over Titans might be an upset too, but But I'm going with the Texans. Raiders definitely do have more to play for, but it's there's a miracle. I feel like I just feels like such a Raiders thing. Like they got 5 out of 10 things to like get them in the playoffs, and it could be like a miracle. But like the thing that messes them up the most is like they'll lose. So I don't know. Broncos have been stepping up with Drew Lock. I think he's gonna step up this week too. I'm going with the Broncos. The Bulls gonna disagree with me and take the I guess you could say more smarter pick and go with the Raiders. I don't know. Broncos do have home field advantage, and they actually their home field is pretty good. But yeah, a little bit of an upset. I'm going with the Broncos. However, Bulls going with the Raiders. Next up we have the Redskins at the Cowboys. And I'm going with the Cowboys. They need the Eagles to lose, but I don't have the Eagles losing. However, I do think they're a way better team than the Redskins. I do have them winning against the Cowboys. And oh my goodness, the Bull has the Redskins beating the Cowboys. Jeez, the Giants and the Redskins winning. What happens there? I think the Eagles still go in the playoffs. I think. The Eagles, the Cowboys need to win and the Eagles need to lose for the Cowboys to get in the playoffs. But if the Cowboys win, or they say Eagles win, they're in. It's like the Titans are the Eagles and the Cowboys are the Steelers. It's that situation. But I don't know. Bull has the Redskins win. I have the Cowboys. I think they're the better team and they're gonna at least get their part done. To maybe if the Eagles somehow lose to the Giants. I don't know. But yeah, we will have to see about that. I'm going Cowboys. They're at home. But the Bulls going with the Redskins. Right. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright. Last up, we have Sunday Night Football. No Monday Night Football this week. Very big game. 49ers at the Seahawks. This is for the division. If the Seahawks win, that they'll have, I think they'll both be like 11-5 or something. Yeah, they'll both be 11-5. But the Cowboys will have the tiebreaker, and what the heck? The Seahawks will have the tiebreaker, and they'll win the division. However, if the 49ers win, they will be 12-4, and they will win the division. I am going with the 49ers. I think this is the year of the 49ers winning this division. They just seem too good. They were all the hype. I'm selling on the 49ers. I think they're going to win the division and beat the Seahawks. The Seahawks already got one on the 49ers. Plus, they're very injured. This is going to all go up to Russell Wilson. They don't have too good of a run game right now. They have beast mode coming back. Chemistry's there, but it's still, he's still beast mode nowadays. So, we'll have to see how this one goes. I'm going with the 49ers. I think their defense should hold up and the offense should score. Bulls going to agree with me and take the 49ers. This would have been an interesting one to disagree with me on, but I guess, it's actually more likely the 49ers win this than the Seahawks do with, the injuries and stuff. But yeah, I'm going with the 49ers. So is the Bull. I'm actually pretty confident in that. All right. Well, that was the last regular season week for 2019 of predicting. Let's recap it, shall we? Packers at the Lions. I'm going with the Packers. Bulls going with the Packers. The Jets at the Bills. I'm going with the Bills. Bulls going with the Bills. Dolphins at the Patriots. I'm going with the Patriots. Bulls going with the Patriots. Bears at the Vikings. I'm going with the Vikings. Bulls going with the Bears. Chargers at the Chiefs. I'm going with the Chiefs. Bulls going with the Chiefs. Browns at the Bengals. I'm going with the Browns. Bulls going with the Bengals. Saints at the Panthers. I'm going with the Saints. Bulls going with the Saints. Falcons at the Buccaneers. I'm going with the Falcons. Bulls going with the Buccaneers. Colts at the Jaguars. I'm going with the Colts. Bulls going with the Colts. Eagles at the Giants. I'm going with the Eagles. Bulls going with the Giants. Cardinals at the Rams. I'm going with the Rams. Bulls going with the Rams. Steelers at the Ravens. I've been going tripping up now. I'm going with the Steelers. Bulls going with the Steelers. Titans at the Texans. I'm going with the Texans. Bulls going with the Titans. Raiders at the Broncos. I'm going with the Broncos. Bulls going with the Raiders. Redskins at the Cowboys. I'm going with the Cowboys. Bulls going with the Redskins. And 49ers at the Seahawks. I'm going with the 49ers. And the Bull is going with the 49ers. So that is our Week 17 game predictions. If you want to know how we do, then make sure you watch our NFL playoff predicting. Because, yes, me and the Bull will be making a playoff bracket. I can't believe it's time for that already. Jeez, oh, man. But, yeah, we'll be doing playoffs going all the way to the Super Bowl. We're not going to go week to week. We'll just be making a full-on bracket. It goes all the way to the Super Bowl. And then after that, we'll be making kind of like a recap video to see how we do. Or at least I hope. I feel like I always forget to do that. I think I forgot to do that 2 years ago. I don't know if I did it last year or not. I don't know. I'll try to remember. So yeah. That's pretty much it. The season's coming to an end. If I think of anything, I'll try to make more Sense Sports stuff. Yeah. I know. Don't be surprised. Maybe you'll see some other people on this channel sometime. It's not supposed to be just me, but for now it is just me. But yeah, we'll see what the future holds for this. And for our NFL playoff thing, we might be using NFLbracket.com. It just might be easier, less time for editing, which is what I need right now. So yeah, it's still going to be the same thing. Don't get me wrong. It's still going to be the same thing. We'll still be predicting, but yeah. Anyways, guys, for now, that's going to do it for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like or dislike, subscribe or don't subscribe. You know it's always up to you. I'll see you guys in the next video you watch of me. Goodbye.